finally. Today I'm gonna tell you a story about the M4. We need to jump to the car. There she is. We are certainly parking way too close to each other. She is the coaster of the day. It all started in, I think it was the beginning of 2023, yes, because the car is gonna get 3 years old. Oh my God. This color is just so brilliant. 1 sec, yep, yes! Previously I had the 330e, also the G series. I super liked that car. It was like amazing. I wanted to buy something new because by that time I was actually already obsessed with BMW. The technology, the looks, the new design. And well, back then I wasn't sure if it's supposed to be the F series or the new G series, which was super controversial at the beginning. Now I think it pretty much grew on all of us. And I just wasn't sure like which one to go with. I never actually sat at that time. I never actually sat in any of those. So it was for me something that I was genuinely excited. Whether if it should be the little less powerful F series, but still have a good feeling, or the newest, let's say the latest and greatest G series, which was super hyped, very new, very controversial. And it just, but I think overall it looked amazing, and that was truly an exceptional car, and still is. So basically that's when I decided that I wanted to buy the M3, but I wasn't sure like which one. So I went into the dealership because I saw a used F series, and I was like, well, in the dealership I can actually check out both the old one and then the new one. 1 sec, I need to get some breakfast because it's still early. So I walked into the dealership. First I wanted to check the F series. They had it in the showroom. It was a used one. It had 50,000 kilometers and it was manual. It must be a lot of fun. That's what I thought. So I checked it out from the exterior, and it was nice. Certainly that was an M3, and that was like probably that was the first time I actually saw it like close up in person. So that was good. It was nice. On my way to the showroom, I actually had to pass through the new cars dealership, or how to say it. And it was strange because there something piqued my attention. There was a stand, and on this stand there was something which was very orangey, very shiny, very wide body, and it was like, oh my God, that car looks amazing. And so I went into the used section, checked the used M3, and then in order to get to my car, I had to pass once again through the new cars showroom, where I once again checked this orangey something, and it turned out that was actually an M4 on display on the stand, and that was the M4. And that was in fire orange. And if you Google up fire orange, the color itself, it's super nice. That was an extremely beautiful color. And you know, we are still talking about 2023, where there wasn't a lot of extraordinary color in terms of M3s and M4. It's always the good old black, blue, I don't know, gray, maybe some red, a little bit of the Isle of Man green, which is the launch color. So that fire orange was really something that stood out for me. And then I was checking this car, and I was like, Jesus, this is something wide. And I was like, what is this? I mean, I certainly knew that it was the M4. So I was like, should it be an M4 instead of the M3? So that was the first doubt that I had against the M3, that it should be the M4 because it looks a little bit sportier to me. Both cars are beautiful, but the M4 somehow stood out to me. While I was checking out the M4, There was this super nice guy, I remember, stepped over to me, and then we started talking. We were talking about like, what am I looking for? What is my, let's say, a dream car? Which one I'm curious, the M4, the M3, like, what's up? And I was like, well, I was explaining the situation with the F series, the G series, the M3, and now as I actually saw the M4, I was also explaining that this looks super amazing. And then, funny enough, he said that to help the decision between the F and the G series, he proposed that yes, the test drive is available, but they are fully packed. So I mean, there was a super long queue, and like for the next, I don't know, like 2 weeks, every hour somebody was coming to drive one of the M cars. But he said that, hold on a minute, let me look the schedule. Maybe it was a marketing strategy, maybe it was not, but there was like a 5 to 10 minute gap between two customers. And he said that there is an M3 Touring outside, which was just brought back. And if I want, we can go super quick, let's say test run around the building, around the corner, whatever. And so certainly I said yes. And then we sat into the car, and I'm not sure if it was a marketing strategy or a sales strategy or whatever, but so we sat in the car, and then he had a phone call, so he had to step out for a couple of minutes. So I left alone in the car, and I think that's one very, very brilliant strategy, to let the product sell itself to the customer. So basically I was alone in the M3 Touring with the interior, which was just like this, the M4 certainly, but it was the white interior. It looked super posh, super nice with the big screen. So it was already the little bit newer one. And I was sitting there, I fired it up, and it was a stock exhaust, but it was still very loud back then. And I was like, Jesus, holy moly. I already knew that's the series, the G series, which I actually wanted to buy. So I was sitting in the car, fired it up in Sport Plus, and it was like, Jesus Christ. I still remember this shake. It was like, oh my God, this is so brilliant. So then the guy came back, we went for a really short run, and the car was actually warmed up already because it was doing test runs all day, and it was in Sport Plus. And I remember that I first put like, let's say 25, maximum 30% pressure on the throttle. It started to pull like very well. And remember back then I had this 330e, so that was a really different car, and it was just roaring, it was pulling, it was robust, it was quick, it was like just insane. So we got back to the dealership and was like, Jesus Christ, I need this car now. Take this one off the stand and just give it to me. One little issue with that car, with the fire orange one, was that Jesus, the scenery here is just amazing. So one little issue is that it was fire orange, not mint green. And before actually walking in the store, I knew that my car has to be mint green if it's the G series, because I saw it on the, I don't know, one of the billboards, and it just ever since the color stick with me. So the guy told me that unfortunately there is a super duper long wait for both the M3, the M4 plus the M3 Touring. So I think the guy said something ridiculous, like, I don't know, like 14 months, something like that. And I was like, Jesus, like I'm not gonna wait 3 or 4 years for this car. And apparently everybody wanted to buy the M3 and the M4 and the Touring. So that was crazy. So I was a little bit devastated, but not too much, because I knew that there's a walker and I knew something exists. So basically what happened is they talked to a friend of mine who actually worked in a different BMW store, and he said that if I order something individual in the car, then that would speed up the process significantly. Meaning, probably for the interior as well, but for the exterior, if I would order it in an individual color, which certainly the mint green is, then it would very much speed up the whole process. So I either wanted to get it in mint green, so that it was already decided. I didn't know that it's actually speed up the process that much, because the mint or the individual colors are sprayed in every bonds in certain slots. So in every bonds there are certain slots when they are only painting individual colors, and if you order, like, I don't know, gray, red, whatever the OG colors, then those are queuing up heavily. But if you order something in individual, then you can skip the line and you will be queued into the individual slots. So either way, I was, I think, super lucky, because I got my car, I think, in 3 months. I think a little bit less than 3 months. So it was like very fast compared to the 40 months which they promised me at the beginning. So that was a good one. The other thing why I actually bought this car is not because of the exhaust, because the stock exhaust is a little bit silent. But then if you change it, then the Remus one is quite loud. I'm not sure if you will be able to hear it in the video. I hope. And there is this good purpose why we came on this road, is because of this this tunnel, which is very, I think it's famous in Hungary. But now let's hear the exhaust. I don't know if it's loud enough. I think it is. I think it does the job. It does the job. So the answer, if I ever regret buying this car, not a single day. I think I'm sitting in this car every day like it's brand new, first of all. Second, it's just so much fun to drive. Finally, the Pops arrives. Yes. And then it just puts on this smile, like every time I'm driving it, and it's just, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. And I'm sorry everyone outside because of the exhaust, but I just can't help myself to do it. I think literally every time driving it. So that's good. That's good. But guys, so thank you so much for watching. And I'm still in the speed limit, so I'm not driving more than 50, and it's just loud. So if I'm in second gear and I press the throttle, it just gets loud. Anyway, so guys, that's it. That's the story. That's how I got the M4, and I'm not regretting a single day of ownership. Certainly, like, why would I? It's already 3 years now, so the car is getting a little bit older, which is fine. And yeah, the next video is all gonna be about the exhaust, because why not? Because it's loud, it's good, it's aggressive. It's like, I think it does the job, and it's the best value money can buy. Money can upgrade on this car if you need any upgrade, but like from stock, it's still good. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I super like you being here. I super duper appreciate. And let's see each other in the next video, where we can hear a little bit more from this. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.